Okay, so we are still writing linear equations, and we're actually going to be looking at situations that we've looked at before, where we've identified the slope, we've identified the y-intercept. Now we're going to take that next step. We're going to write that equation in slope-intercept form. So here we've got Amber. Amber's walking a marathon. She has a sponsor who will pay $10 donation plus $2 for each mile traveled. Write an equation that will represent how much she will earn per mile. That's not really right. We know how much she's going to earn per mile. We want to know how much she's going to earn total, right? Depending on how many miles that she walks. Okay. So the variables x and y. Well, y is what they ask. Write an equation that will represent how much she will earn total. That's always going to be y. When it says to write an equation that will represent, that right after that is y. Okay? So y is the total money earned. That's our dependent variable. Now, the independent variable, x, that is what's changing. What varies? Well, the part we don't really know is how many miles she's going to walk, right? So x is the number of miles. All right, now we've got to identify m and b. Remember, m is the slope, and slope is rate of change. How much is changing with each mile, or how much is the total changing with each mile she walks? Well, remember, we look for those key words, for, per, things like that. She's getting $2 for each mile. That's the rate of change, so that's the slope. So m is 2. And b, that's going to be the y-intercept. That's also the initial value. What does she get if she doesn't do anything? If she doesn't walk a step, what's she going to get? She's going to get that $10 donation, right? So her total money, y, equals 2x, because the slope is the coefficient of x, plus 10. So she gets that $10, then she gets $2 a mile. You would multiply 2 times the number of miles. That tells you how much she's going to earn. All right, next, a group of students want to go to Round Table Pizza for lunch. The buffet costs $6 per person. Write an equation that will represent how much money Round Table will make. So the y variable, y is the how much money. That's what we're writing an equation for. That's going to be y. So how much money Round Table makes. That's the dependent variable. What does it depend on? Well, it depends on the number of people, right? So that's x. X is the number of people. X is what is independent. We don't know if there's going to be one person or 500 people, okay? So m is the slope. What's the rate of change here? What is changing each time a new person comes? That's $6 per person, right? So m is 6. And b is the y-intercept. What happens if no people show up to Round Table Pizza? They don't get any money, right? So my equation is y equals 6x plus 0, but we wouldn't write it that way. We won't write that plus 0 out there. We'll just write 6x. So y equals 6x is the equation that represents how much money the pizza place is going to make. All right, read this last one with me as we work through it. It says Katie has $120 on her cafeteria card. Each time she orders a meal, $4.50 is deducted from the amount on her card. Write an equation that represents the amount of money on her card based on how many meals she has ordered. This is sort of like my son. He's at Alabama. He's got a card that's got so many meals on it. Not really money, but we paid money to get them on there. So we want to know the amount of money she has after she's ordered so many meals. So that is the variable y is the amount of money on the card. And then X would be, what does this depend on? This depends on the number of meals she has ordered, right? So what's the slope? How is this changing every time she gets a meal? Well, every time $4.50 is deducted. That's an important word. This is the slope. And if it's being deducted, what's happening? It's going down. So the slope here is negative. She is losing $4.50 on that card every time she orders a meal. And then the y-intercept would be how much money did she start with on the card? Well, she started with $120. So if we're going to write this in slope-intercept form, we're going to say y equals, the slope is negative 4.50x, and she started with $120. So think about this. This is just sort of extra. If we were to graph this line, she's starting at $120. She's losing $4.50. Eventually, she's going to get down here to zero, right? So this is going to be a line with negative slope because she starts with money on the card and then it takes money off every time she spends something. Okay, so that's how you identify the slope. You identify the y-intercept. The only thing new we're doing now is actually putting it in the linear equation.